Good morning, everybody. It is about 12:30, actually good afternoon, 12:30 Pacific time, and we just got back into cell signal area so that I could do this video. So I'm going to turn the camera forward facing and I'll keep talking. But welcome to the Marin Headlands of Northern California. And we just left the overlook area to see what you're going to see right around this corner. So it looks like we got Chris joining in from Sacramento. We got James signing in from St. Louis. Justin signing in. How are you doing, sir? And it looks like we got 5 people that are going to get to see this right here. Boom! The Golden Gate Bridge. This stretch of road is famous for car commercials and just driving through the Marin area and getting great views of the Golden Gate Bridge. So we're going to keep this video going as we go back towards the highway, and then we will go across the Golden Gate Bridge. And you can all join us while we do that. So if you can see ahead behind that Mustang there, that is the Sausalito area on the other side of the highway. So the live video just picked back up. Looks like we lost signal there for a second. Apologize to those of you that were tuning in. So we are coming down the hill here, and we are going to hop onto good old US 101 South, and we are right near the entrance to the toll crossing. So this is the #1 landmark in the San Francisco area for tourists and whatnot. The speed limit on the bridge, I want to say, is supposed to be like 40 miles an hour, I believe. You can see the people walking on the side there. Right now we've got 3 lanes in each direction. During the commute times, they will move that center barrier over and give you 4 lanes one way and 2 lanes the other. But it's all on one deck. There is no lower deck on the Golden Gate. This bridge is only, I want to say, half a mile or long, and it saves you having to drive about 3 hours, maybe longer, to drive around this. Definitely. All right, lost signal again there for a second. So right now we're at the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge. If you've never had a chance to come to San Francisco, it's a pretty cool spot for all the touristy things. But as you can see, it's very foggy right here. Right before we hit the bridge, you saw we were in complete sunshine. So all the fog comes through this area between the mountains called the Golden Gate and to the San Francisco Bay. If it gets hot enough today, this fog will burn off and the bridge will be fully visible from all of the area around here, but the fog usually starts to come back in the evening as well. So it's either going to burn off by 2 o'clock or it's not. So that was the full span of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's not long. The Oakland to San Francisco Bay Bridge on the other side of the bay is longer, and it has multiple spans. So we are now now back on solid ground, and the toll plaza is coming up. We just found out that this toll on the Golden Gate Bridge, they no longer have toll takers. It's all electronic, so we have to go online later on and pay our toll so that I don't get cited in this rental car for going through. And as you can see, $7.50 for that lovely ride. And everyone's deciding to just stop. That doesn't make much sense. There's your normal California vehicle, Toyota Prius. And instead of us going through Golden Gate Park, maybe we'll go through Golden Gate Park. You want to go towards the water, or you want to go towards Golden Gate Park?
It's up to you.
Alright, we're going to go this way. Alright, we're going into San Francisco Marina District. You can see in the background there some of the buildings. You'll see the famous Trans-American Pyramid there for the San Francisco skyline. And then we're going to go through this tunnel. We're probably going to lose you guys for a second, so we'll resume this in about 20 seconds. Alright, looks like we didn't lose you, so that's awesome. Alright, welcome. Chris, good to hear you got your new driver there. That's awesome. Susan, Jesse, welcome. Seth Miller, Mr. Miller, how are you? Yeah. David Lowell is on. Matt Donlin, hey. There is the, I want to say the, oh man, what is that thing called? I think it's the Museum of the Arts or something. That's a famous building there in San Francisco. The marina is off to my left, and we are in what's called the Marina District, which is kind of like our little Scott's Edition in Richmond, where it's the place to be right now. If you have a house in the marina, you are living the California dream, and you're probably living in a 700 square foot house that costs $2.5 million that are right here on my left. So all these houses are like row house style. This is pricey real estate right here. If you guys really want to get some sticker shock, go on to Zillow.com and just put your pin right here in this district, Marina District of San Francisco, and it will probably blow your mind on the pricing of what these little houses cost. Let's see. Harold says, say hi to Edgar Ruiz. Yeah, we're meeting with Edgar, I believe, tonight after 7 o'clock. He's going to come down to San Jose and meet with us. We're reaching out to James Sherber also today while we're here in San Francisco, so that'll be good to talk to those two guys. So we are at the West Coast. We've driven over 3,000 miles on this trip,
More.
and we'll slow down the distance for a couple days of what we drive each day. I think we're going to meet up with Harold in Southern California, and then we will from there start heading back on the southern route through Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, back towards Richmond, Virginia. James Little is asking me, are you going to stop by the Uber corporate office? I think we should do that. We should put this lovely UZURV vehicle right in front of Uber's headquarters. Probably won't be able to stop there, but we could at least drive by, because San Francisco is kind of like New York. There's just no parking.
I'll see it.
Yeah, so we will go. Do me a favor, Dr. Amjad, look up the address for the Uber corporate office. It's in the financial district, but that's about 5 miles in front of us the way we're going. But Harold Franz, says a video and a picture is a must. All right. Maybe we can take one of our UZURV decals and just stick it on their front door. All right. So, apologize if the content is a little slow today, but we are in San Francisco, California. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky here, and we just drove across the Golden Gate Bridge with all of you with the video going. And you can see how all of us crazy Californians actually can drive in this mess. Harold says the LYFT office is only a few blocks from the Uber office, so we'll go visit both of them. And we'll say hello. We'll grab some lunch here, I think, Pier 39 area of San Francisco, which is probably one of the biggest tourist traps in the world, the Fisherman's Wharf of San Francisco. But no shortness of content for street performers and all the things that tourist areas seem to attract. Mel's Diner, there we go, on the right, famous spot. Justin says get In-N-Out Burger. You know, being from Northern California, I never really understood the mystique of In-N-Out Burger, but people love it. I prefer a Five Guys burger myself, but I think Harold's an In-N-Out guy. He has his picture up. I know that he shared a couple days ago of him and his family at the In-N-Out somewhere in Southern California or maybe Las Vegas.
We are 15 away, 2.6 mile.
Okay, so cool. So we're gonna go make a left up here, assuming we can make a left up here. A lot of times those are not allowed. So we'll just keep the video rolling, and hopefully you guys can ride along with us as we go to Uber. So it wants me to make a right on God.
All right. Yeah, because it was the other side.
Oh, okay. All right, so we spin this camera. I'll leave the camera running as it is. I can keep talking. Justin says he's never had an In-N-Out burger. Yeah. Well, you gotta make your way west. I'm not sure how far east they go. For a long time, they said that they were never going to expand outside of Southern California, and then they definitely started moving. I know they're in Vegas, they're in Northern California. I don't know how far they've expanded, but people from outside of California definitely love to try their In-N-Out burger. Some of these streets, you guys will get a chance to see. I don't know if you can see the one in front of us. The street that we're on just starts going straight up in the air. I mean, the hills in San Francisco are pretty interesting. If you've ever seen the movie Bullet, you can get an idea of how drivers love San Francisco. So this street here, you can see goes up, up, up. And we're gonna go all the way to the top. We'll let these ladies and their strollers cross. Yeah, as we talked about real estate, and me as your Northern California tour guide here, look at the prices on these houses. San Francisco is the most expensive market in the country to live right now, even more than Manhattan when you're talking about, I think, price per square foot and what you have to pay for rent to live here. So we're going up a hill. James says, can you show the trolleys? There are trolleys. We will try to find you one. The other thing we can find is if we get close to Lombard Street, that's the crookedest street in the world. We can drive down that and just keep the video going, I guess. So hopefully everybody's having a good UZURV day. We've heard the horn honks going off for our Richmond market quite a bit. And look like some good trips too. Several airport runs, which is good to see. I know on this video it may be hard to tell, but these streets are pretty steep. Those of you that like to drive manual transmissions, this would be a great place to learn. Because either you figure out the clutch or you just roll backwards. Raymond says, why aren't you playing Pokemon Go? Well, what I found out is if you drive too fast, none of the animals pop up. Hey, there's an Uber car right behind us. None of the animals pop up, and then for 2 days we were driving around on 3G or no cell service, so we weren't able to play the game. So we've been prevented from playing, I think is the way to put it. So here's a Tesla coming towards us. Boom, just passed us. Tesla electric car. We've got an Uber driver behind us with the Uber logo in his door, or in his front window. Here in California, the Uber trade dress goes in your front window, so the customer can see you pulling up to the curb, I guess. James Little, how is the St. Louis market doing on new customers? We, on ridership, it's going to be very low for a while. I mean, it takes a while to build those referrals up on riders. The specific numbers, I know as soon as we get a chance to open up these laptops and pull some reports, Amjad will definitely give you all an update. Justin says Denver was busy this weekend and lots of reservation requests, unfortunately none of which I was able to do due to other obligations. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a brand new market like Denver and you're seeing activity in the feed already, and that's fantastic. So it's going to keep getting more and more busy as the rides and the riders come on board. And yeah, you're not going to always be available, and that's why I continually stress that refer your riders, because once they're linked to you through your invitation code, you're earning your 7% residual rewards or referral rewards for no matter who drives them. Now this street is steep. I mean, we're going up at a very, very steep incline right now. So looking straight up in the air. Hopefully there's nobody coming. There we go.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is pretty rare weather for San Francisco. It is blue skies but only 64 degrees outside. Later on this evening, when we get down to the South Bay near San Jose, California, it'll be probably 20 to 30 degrees hotter, and that's only 1 hour away. So San Francisco stays really mild. To have a hot day in San Francisco is almost impossible. All right, so we're about, it says we're 8 minutes away from the Uber headquarters here in San Francisco. So I may start another video here in just a second so that we don't have to keep babbling on and on and on. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video. And we've got actually an Uber driver right next to us. You want to hand him a card?
No.
How's it going?
UZURV. Google it. It's new. Are you an Uber driver? Yeah. Google UZURV. It's a reservation for Uber driver. Really? Yeah. We have a meeting today with one of your Uber drivers. Yeah.
There we go. So the guy that was behind us pulled up next to us, and Amjad just told him to Google UZURV, which is kind of nice. I know that some of you have said, hey, it's hard to spell. How do you say it? How do you pronounce it? What does it mean? Oh, there we go. We got the video back. UZURV. There's nothing else like it. If you Google it, guess what you get? UZURV. That's it. So it does have some advantages. Now we're driving through San Francisco. We've got the white UZURV logos on the car and another one on the back. So hopefully it intrigues some people to search it on the internet and take a look. So Justin said get him on UZURV, so we should, if that guy signs up, we'll use Justin's referral code. Yeah. There you go, Justin. All yours. Justin says he loves them Teslas. Well, so do these Californians. Oh, there's a Bentley. I don't know if you guys saw that out the left window. They do exist. That one's like a royal blue Bentley we just passed on the left. Going downhill now. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
San Francisco.
So there's a Prius. There's a Prius. Let me guess. Another car will probably pass in front of us. It'll be a Prius. There's a Jeep missing a fender. Yeah. All right, what do we got going on here? Let's see. Justin says seems to get busier. Yes. Did you make sure you had your code on the card? Yeah.
Not referring.
Yeah, look at everybody wants our referrals. Go get your own. Justin says he'd rather have a Tesla than a Bentley. Well, your Tesla Model 3 is coming out hopefully at the end of next year, so make sure you get your $1,000 deposit on it. They've already taken over 300,000 orders for those things. And they are built just about an hour south of here in Fremont, California. So Tesla bought the old new United Motors Toyota plant where they used to make Toyota Tacoma pickups in Fremont and turned that into Tesla. All right, Justin, when will UZURV be in the Cleveland market? That is a great question. And I think Matt Donlin, our CEO, is asking us the same exact thing because we got the convention going on. We need to get Cleveland open. We didn't make it in time, but we are close. And really, all the cities depend on LYFT. The cities depend on how many drivers. Oh, we have a LYFT driver next to us now. It all depends on how many drivers we have signed up in an individual market for us to determine whether or not we're going to activate the market for transactions and for rider signups. So that's, or not rider signups, but for rider transactions. So when we say we light up a market or activate a market, we've already got people signed up. We just need to turn the system on so that they can interact and make the reservations complete. So Justin says he wouldn't see that car till 2020 if you put in a reservation today. Yeah, you're probably right. They don't have the capacity to produce that many cars in a year, so they're going to have to figure that out. They were happy to take everybody's money, though, in the meantime. And to my point, yes, there's another Prius on the left. Typical California. Audi, BMW, and a Prius. All right, we're going to be making a left up here in a few blocks, and then we should be very close to the Uber headquarters. Oh, and look at here, another Prius. So Justin says he's traveling there in a couple weeks and would love to be able to use it there. Oh, you're talking UZURV in Cleveland. Yeah, I think a couple weeks time you might get lucky. We might actually have them open by then, because I know we are trying to get it done very quickly. It's just a matter of if we can get them on the calendar for next week. That would be the key. So what else is going on? We got 4 people joined in right now. We are in San Francisco, California, and we're about, it looks like about maybe 10 blocks from the Uber headquarters. So we're gonna cruise by there and say hello. So you arrived July 31st in Cleveland, Justin. Yeah, so we will try our best to get UZURV set up for you. It's on the other side of Market Street. Yeah. All right, so we're getting close. We're gonna take a little detour here. Matt Donlin says opening next week: San Antonio, Las Vegas, Knoxville, Tennessee, Orange County, and Cincinnati, Ohio. That sounds like 5 cities, which would be a first for us. 5 cities in 1 week would be awesome. All right, so we are entering downtown San Francisco. And Uber is going to be up here on our right, but we may have to go around the block to actually see the front of the building. There's Twitter. Twitter's right there in front of you. You'll see. Here, go this way. There it is. All right, so Uber is on our right, so we're going to go around the block. Because in San Francisco, it's very difficult to make left turns, let alone a U-turn. So here we are, Mission Street, making a right. Try not to run over any pedestrians. Bus only lane. Move over here. Traffic. Sorry. So we're coming back up to Market Street and we will go to the right. We're not going to be able to stop right in front because there's no parking there, but we will give you guys a real quick drive-by of the Uber headquarters. We're all lined up behind this bus here. Hopefully he decides to get it in gear and go. So yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma and Indianapolis opened today, which was awesome. And Harold and Matt, we were on the other side of the tunnel in Marin at that time, and that's why we had 0 cell service out there. And as soon as we got back in to start the video, we were able to get this live video going and take everyone with us across the Golden Gate Bridge, which was really cool. So yeah, Matt says he would love to add Cleveland. We would all love to add Cleveland. Now we got to think about what's going to be next. So we got to get down into Texas and get some of those markets open. Houston would probably be the next one. I know that that we're working aggressively on that one. Anybody have an update on what's going on in Austin, Texas? James Little asks, who is your cell service with? Well, we have so many devices in the car, the majority of them are on AT&T, but the one thing you'll learn about California is that if it is a preserve area, they don't want any technology there. So there are no cell sites in the Marin Headlands, and therefore no cell service. And we're waiting for pedestrians to cross the street so we can make this right. All right, so we're gonna go around the block, get back onto Market, and cruise right by the Uber headquarters. So I will turn this camera like this so you'll be able to see the building as we pull up. So we're coming up to Market Street, and we are going to have Uber will be located off of our right hand side on this block. Actually no, the next block after we turn. Yep. So Market Street is where we are now. He's turning. And this is Uber right here, 1455 Market Street, Uber.
1455. Nice building.
Dr. Amjad says it's a nice building. A little bit bigger than the UZURV headquarters in Richmond, Virginia, I would say. All right, so now we need to find LYFT. So LYFT is only a few blocks from here. If I keep driving straight down Market Street, then we can potentially see a trolley. So I'll turn the camera back straight. And oh, we're not going down Market. It's buses only, so we have to turn here. We will go left here on Mission Street and start heading that way. You have address yet? What is it?
It says, you'd like to clear in ways?
Yeah, but just tell me what it is.
Yeah, it is 568 Brannan Street.
Brannan?
Do you know how to go there?
No.
Are you live?
No. I mean, I have a good sense of direction in San Francisco. I just don't know the names of all the streets. So.
Are you alive?
Yep, we're still live here.
Okay.
We've got 4 people tuned in. This video's been really long. Started out with us driving over the Golden Gate Bridge, so it will be available for y'all to view later. And the content is not all that entertaining, other than just driving through San Francisco. So yes, somebody mentioned it looks like a bumpy road. Yeah, I mean, some of these roads are bumpy. Old city, old roads.
It's too close. It's 6 minutes away.
Alright, so we are only 6 minutes away from LYFT, so I'm going to keep this video going until we get to the LYFT headquarters, and then we'll call it quits and grab some lunch. Alright. let's see. James Little says he's off to bed to grab a little nap before he works tonight. So thanks for tuning in, James. We'll talk to you soon. Justin, what's he saying here? 100 more years. Yeah, 100 more years and San Francisco might be underwater, all right. I was explaining the San Andreas Fault to Dr. because in the Marin Headlands where we were, the San Andreas Fault runs right through there, and that's essentially where California is going to split in half, right, and just fall into the water. And of course, San Francisco, those of you that enjoy reading about American history, the 1906 earthquake happened here, as well as the all right, we'll go around the block. 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake that I was in. I wasn't in San Francisco, I was in San Jose, an hour south of here. All right. So those of you that like shopping, Bloomingdale's is right here on the left. All right, we're about just a few blocks away from LYFT, so we are going to swing by the LYFT office. Hey Justin, thanks for the comment. Yeah, we enjoy doing it. I know that Matt's a big fan of the video, so we'll keep doing these as long as we have something entertaining to say or show or do. See if I can make this turn without killing anybody. The sun's out in San Francisco, so everybody's walking today. All right, now we're back on track to head towards LYFT. So now we're in the district of San Francisco called the SoMa, the south of Market Street area. Heading, for those of you that are baseball fans, heading kind of towards the area where AT&T Park, where the San Francisco Giants play, is kind of off to our left and a little bit farther south. There's another Uber driver 3 cars in front of us. I can see the Uber logo. And this is a freeway only lane, so I need to move over. We got about, looks like about 3 or 4 more streets up front, and then we're going to make a right, and we'll be right near LYFT. So we just cruised by the Uber office about 4 minutes ago, and we've still got, we've only got 1 person tuned in right now. I guess we took the video a little bit too long to kind of hang on to everybody, but it'll be there for you guys to view later on. I'm not sure what the limit is on Facebook for how much video you can use, but we will keep recording until we get to the LYFT office. Over there in the window you can see the San Francisco Giants World Champions little neon sign, which is kind of neat. Alright, a couple minutes we'll be at LYFT, and if they have a spot for us to park in front, we might get a photo opportunity. better chance of parking down here than where Uber is located on Market Street. Definitely can't park in front of their office. Bumpy roads. All right, we're making a right on Brannon. And let's see where LYFT is. Whoa! That just fell. LYFT is going to be here on the right. Let's see. Pretty inconspicuous little buildings here.
Yeah. They have an office.
It's just a LYFT office?
Yeah.
It's not their headquarters?
They don't. There's no.
Well, we were already past it, so... Well, if that was LYFT headquarters, it's definitely not as big as Uber's, because I didn't even see it. So, hey, we're going to end this video. We got 4 people tuned in. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't know what happened to LYFT, but I didn't see it. So, apologize for the failure to deliver on LYFT. But we did cruise by Uber, and we will catch up with y'all later. UZURV on.